This is a spiritual conversation between sage Angiras and his disciple Aruni. The evening air was still. Birds had returned to their nests. A golden fire flickered in the center of the ashram courtyard, casting dancing shadows. Aruni sat before sage Angiras, his brow heavy with thought. Aruni asked, "Gurudev, I've received a marriage proposal from my father's friend. But my heart is unsure. Is marriage my destiny? Or can I choose otherwise?" Angiras asked in return, "And what makes you think marriage is either destiny or a choice?" Aruni got confused. He replied, "But don't the scriptures prescribe the Grihastha ashram as a stage of life? And don't people say that one's partner is written in fate?" Angiras said, Let me tell you a story. Once, there was a full moon that reflected in countless lakes and rivers across the world. One such reflection fell into a small clay pot filled with still water. The pot began to believe, "I am the moon." Every day, the pot gazed at its reflection. When another pot was brought beside it, also reflecting the moon, it said, "My partner." And so they sat together, believing their union was prewritten in the stars. But one day, a wind came. The water rippled. The reflection distorted. The pot cried, "My moon is fading. My partner is changing." The sage who observed this gently poured out the water and broke the pot. "Look up," he said, "the real moon is untouched in the sky. What you called my moon was just a reflection." Now Aruni asked, "So, you mean relationships are like reflections?" Angiras replied, "All forms, all unions, all separations are ripples on the surface of the mind. The Grihastha ashram is not about binding the soul, but refining the ego." Aruni asked again, "But isn't there a dharma, rules to follow for a householder?" Angiras nodding. He said, "Yes, but not as chains, rather as chisels to shape your being. A Grihastha is not someone who simply marries. He is one who sees God in his spouse, his children, his duties. He burns ego in the fire of responsibility." Aruni asked, "Then is marriage predestined?" Angiras replied, "If you believe you are the pot, then yes, every scratch, every crack is fate. But if you know you are the space within the pot, untouched and eternal, then what is there to bind you?" Angiras, lifting a mirror, said, "Tell me, Aruni, when two mirrors face each other, do they touch? Or do they simply reflect endlessly?" Aruni replied, "They reflect." Angiras said, "Exactly. True union is not in the surface. It is in the stillness behind the mirror. That stillness is you." Now the main question, who gets married? Aruni asked, "Then who gets married, Gurudev?" Angiras replied, "The name gets married. The body plays its role. The ego experiences pleasure and pain. But you, the self, are like the sky, witnessing clouds form and dissolve." Aruni's eyes moist. He asked, "Then should I marry or not?" Angiras smiling. He replied, "Whether you do or don't, act from awareness, not fear. Let the self decide through silence, not restlessness. Then marriage won't bind, it will liberate." Moral of the story: if you think you are the name, then marriage is a karmic script. If you realize you are the self, then nothing ever happened. Grihastha is not about external duties. It is an inward purification. The question is not whom should I marry, but who is the I that wants to? I hope you learn. Om Namah Shivaya.